What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having such a phenomenal day today. It's your boy Rick, and we are back with another video, man. And today we have a massive album to be checking out. We have Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon, and y'all have hyped this one up like no other. We have been on a Pink Floyd journey, and it has absolutely blown my mind, man. I wish I could experience these releases in real time, but with all that being said, I just couldn't be more excited. I absolutely loved the Animals album, and I also loved the Wish You Were Here album. I think right now the Wish You Were Here album is my favorite, but we have yet to check out this all-time classic right here. I know the logo, y'all know the logo, you know what you're here for, and yeah, man. With all that being said, if you are a returning viewer or a new viewer and you enjoy what you see, please smash that subscribe button. It means the world to me. Drop a like and go down in the comment section and let me know what your favorite Pink Floyd album is, all right? I want to know what your favorite album is. Let me know, all right? And it's okay if there's multiple, man. These these band members have blown me away time after time after time. So, with all that being said, man, we got the entire album reaction right here. All right, we got Dark Side of the Moon. We're going to start with the song called Speak to Me. I'm not going to pause during these songs. I'll give you my thoughts and feelings after when the song finishes. I just want to experience this album how it's supposed to be experienced. So we're going to try to go without pauses. Unless something absolutely blows my mind, then I'll touch on that. Mm. Put the lyrics on.
I've always been mad. I know I've been mad, like most of us have. They have to explain why you were mad, even if you're not mad.
Okay. I just want to touch on how amazing that transition was. That transition was flawless. I heard there was like chimes in that intro track and a bunch of other like machines going off, kind of sounded like a cash register. I bet we're gonna hear that later in the album. But anyway, just want to touch on that transition. That was beautiful. All right, we got Breathe in the Air.
Don't be afraid to care. Leave, don't leave me. Look around, choose your own ground. How you live, how you fly. Smiles you'll give and tears you'll cry. All you touch and all you see is all your life will ever be. Run, rabbit, run. Dig that hole, get the sun. When at last the work is done, don't sit down, it's time to dig another one. How you live and how you fly, but only if you ride the tide. Balanced on the biggest wave, race towards an early grave.
Wow, that transition off the rip. Again, transition. That's the difference between albums nowadays and albums in the previous years, man. This obviously is meant to be played all the way through. That's why we're doing this all the way through. But I did a reaction to that song, Breathe in the Air, man. If y'all want to see my full reaction to that one, go ahead and check out the video. It's on the channel in the Pink Floyd playlist, man. I love that song. I think that's a perfect way to open this album. It sets the tone for the entire thing, right? It puts you in this floating, levitating state, almost hypnotizing, mesmerizing. Those are all words I'd associate with that song, But the musicianship is so beautiful. You got the guitars, so melancholy, and the beautiful, beautiful cymbal crashes. It's just a perfect intro to this type of album, And it's just so, man, it just puts you in that mesmerized mood, man. But I go deeper into that song on my first time hearing it, so go ahead and check that one out. All right, we have not heard this one yet. We got On the Run. We're gonna keep it going, man. I also just love that the heartbeat sound from the opening track, the one that was 1 minute long. That heartbeat literally continued into Breathe in the Air. I love it. And the end of Breathe in the Air just ran into On the Run. I'll stop talking about the transitions, but it's so beautiful, man. Such a beautiful touch. I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the most unique soundscapes that I've ever heard in a song. It was called "On the Run." I do like that the track kind of goes with the obviously the soundscape. This literally sounds like somebody running. You know what I mean? But it was so unique because it almost sounded like they had sounds of trains coming through. It almost sounded like helicopters were flying around you. The way that the lyrics were coming in were going from my right ear all the way to my left ear. It was such a unique soundscape, and then you had that driving tick 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 the entire time from the drums. Super unique song. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know, I wouldn't go back and listen to that one. That one was super unique. I can appreciate what it's there for. But that one was definitely not one I would be revisiting. But it was definitely super uniquely mixed in the audio, and I like the use of the soundscapes. And I do see that it transitioned into this with the end of that song. So next we got Time. Now this one's a banger. I believe I have a reaction up to this one on the channel too. But this one, this one's a banger. Those noises from the last song coming in, love it. Iconic. Okay. One thing before we get into it. Obviously, when I first heard this song, when I first heard Time, I had not heard On the Run. But I love the use of the noises, man, because they're incorporating that into this song. And even on the intro track, it sounded like chimes. And here on Time, we have the obvious iconic intro of the chimes. Just love those are small touches. Love it. That's all. Let's go. I just needed to let y'all know that I absolutely love this song. I'm sure y'all can see me mimicking the words. This is one of the Pink Floyd songs that I have gone back to so many times since discovering this band because first of all, that guitar solo right there is so tasteful. But the lyrics in this song, again, if you're around the channel a lot, you know that I don't usually touch on lyrics the first time around. But once I downloaded this song and I put it on a repeat, this song is so deep with the lyricism, man. No one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun. One day you'll find 10 years have gone behind you. Like, and nobody told you, hey, like, this is life, man. I love this song. This is probably like a top, I don't know, top four Pink Floyd song for me of all the songs I've reacted to on this channel. So just know, man, I absolutely adore this song. The lyricism in this song, the guitar in the song, the way that Gilmore produces the vocals on this as well. Like, bro, this song is one of the reasons I decided to do an entire like Pink Floyd deep dive. So that's it, man. I'll stop gushing, but this song is on the playlist stay list, man. You know what I mean?
Catch up with the sun when it's sinking, racing around to come up behind you again. The sun is the same in a relative way, but you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death.
So good.
Every year is getting shorter, never seem to find the time. Plans that neither come to naught, or half a page of scribbled lines, hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over. Thought I'd something more to say.
It's so good.
Home, home again. I like to be here when I can. When I come home, cold and tired, it's good to warm my bones beside the fire. Far away across the field, the tolling of the iron bell calls the faithful to their knees. You hear the softly spoken magic spell.
You hear that organ in the background right there? Ugh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, just to touch on that one more time, man. I absolutely adore that song. That song is legit one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs, man. And I have a first time reaction to that up again on the channel if you want to see it. Just throwing it out there. If you want a more of an in-depth reaction. Right here, we're just trying to get this album. I want to get the whole feel of it. And I'm loving it, man. Definitely Breathe in the Air and Time have stood out to me. Obviously, the first track's an intro track. And then I don't think I would revisit On the Run at this point. But again, Breathe in the Air and Time are timeless bangers. Now we got The Great Gig in the Sky, man. Let's do this. I think I did a reaction to a live version of this one. I think this is the last song that I've reacted to on this album. So, but I think we did a live version of this. I'm not exactly sure, but I remember that the female vocalists were absolutely ridiculous. So, that piano, man. Dude, the atmosphere they created in this album is just ridiculous. Everything is so cohesive. It all sounds like one big song, one massive song. I love it.
I be, Floyd, when you die? There's no reason for it. You gotta go sometime.
Wow, just one thing that's really standing out to me that I don't recall from my original reaction was the instrumentation on this, man. The piano is so gorgeous on this, and also you have that the organ or the piano, either one. I mean, there's a piano and an organ, but I think it's an organ in the background. That was coming out of the song because the end of the song "Time" had that organ come in at the end, and they're carrying that over, man. They're such talented musicians, man. Everything is so damn cohesive. Obviously, the singer's going wild. She sounds phenomenal. I think y'all told me that she was a guest vocalist for this on the original reaction. But just want to touch on that. The instruments are really standing out. The drumming and again, just the piano and the organ are really just like making this happen for me right now. It's like this is honestly almost better the second time around. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, so pretty. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. That hit different this go around. This album review. That song that might be one of the most beautiful piano like pieces I've ever heard. Um, and obviously, when you're hearing this the first time, again, this is genuinely probably my second time hearing this, but the first time I was super focused on the vocals, but this time around, it was that piano, man. That piano, wow, wow, that was one of the most beautiful piano pieces I've legit ever heard. And I did not feel that strongly about this song the first time around. So, wow, okay. Wow. Next, we have the song called Money. I have not heard this song yet. But let's get it. We got Money by Pink Floyd. Just want to throw it out there. There's that cash register sound again from the first song. I'm so sorry that I didn't catch the name of that 1 minute intro track. My apologies. But that cash register sound was on the intro track. Wow.
Money, get away. Get a good job with more paying you're okay. Money, it's a gas. Grab that cash with both hands and make a stash. New car, caviar, four-star daydream. Think about me, a football team. Money, get back. I'm alright, Jack. Keep your hands off of my stack. Money, it's a hit. Don't get me back to good bullshit. I'm in the high fidelity first class traveling section. I think I need a lift jet.
Okay, there's so much going on in the song. My God, I have to pause. I'm sorry. The bass line in this is absolutely filthy. That is such a groovy bass line. This is very jazzy to me. Even the way that he's producing his vocals, like with the pace and rhythm, like it's so like bluesy, jazzy. This is a bit of a change up, man, but I like it. I also love the incorporation of this cash register because it's so perfect. It's literally also is in like the cha-ching is on the left side and then the exit of the machine is on the right. It's just audio is mixed so well on this album. I feel like I can hear everything. Um, but this is definitely a big change up. I was not expecting this very like bluesy, upbeat kind of rhythm here, man. This is I like this. I like this one, man. Money? back into those. Wow, 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 wow. I don't care. Strike me down. Bro, that saxophone was, that blew my mind. That honestly was the best use of a saxophone I've probably heard ever in a song. That was absolutely gorgeous. Then you pair the rest of the instruments on top of it. You got the guitar going off, you got the drums, you got the bass. That was such a phenomenal instrumental section right here. That was absolutely stunning. Hats off, bro. That one, this one, this one, this one's a banger, man. So we got what so far? We got Time, Money, and Breathe in the Air, bro. Those are phenomenal tracks. And this one ain't even over. The transition from this instrumental back into the original groove was flawless. Their transitions are flawless.
Money, it's a crime. Share it fairly, don't take a slice of my pie. Money, so they say, is the root of all evil today. But if you ask for a rise, it's no surprise that they're giving none away, away,
Yes, absolutely right. I certainly was in the right.
Yes, definitely. Like he was cruising for bruising.
I don't know, I was really drunk at the time.
He just told me it was plugged into number 2. He was asking why it doesn't come up on 3 to 11. So after I yelling and screaming and telling him why
Wow.
it wasn't coming up on 3 to 11.
Wow. Yo, that song was phenomenal. That bass line was disgusting. The use of the cashier machine, and they named the song Money. And I could tell, again, that was my first listen on that one, but on that song I could tell there was already a deeper meaning just with the lyrics that were on the screen. You know, money is the root of all evil, but when you ask for more, they never want to give it to you. I love that song. I don't know how I haven't heard that one yet, but that one was an absolute banger, man. That okay, bro, we're cooking. And that was that was like a 6-minute song, but that instrumental section was absolutely phenomenal. And then the transition back into that nasty drum or that nasty bass line groove was beautiful. Next, we got Us and Them. This one's an 8-minute song. I've never heard this one as well. Again, I don't think I've heard anything past like Time. So yeah, anyway, I really enjoyed that. Money, that's a banger.
Heavy blood up starting to matter out.
Transition again. Transition after transition.
Really drunk at the time.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Who's the saxophone player? Let me know in the comment section. Is it one of the core band members or is it like somebody featuring? Who's on the saxophone, bro? Because that person is serenading me, man. I am so sorry, but that saxophone player deserves every bit of praise. So shout out to that saxophone player. Let me know in the comments, please.
Us, us, and them, and after all, we're only ordinary men. Me, and God only knows it's not what we would choose to do. Forward we ride from the rear and the front rank down. General sight and the lines on the map move from side to side. Black, 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 and blue.
I was not expecting that change up. I loved that. Actually, I loved that they brought in the organ again and they brought all the instruments to the forefront and the vocals were produced super passionately here. From the forward he cried and the front rank died. I love that. I was not expecting that. Obviously this man. Pink Floyd is just so good because they know how to use space. It sounds like we're literally floating, right? But what also creates that effect is the use of echoing vocals, right? I don't know which lines they were. I think they're up higher, but I'm pretty sure, like, even if it says black and blue, like blue, 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 they use echoing vocals, which makes you sound like you're in like a massive space. Beautiful. It's just the little things like that are why bands like this are phenomenal. And that's also what allows transitions and the use of pieces of different songs to be used in other songs, bro, is because they're so beautifully used within the background to create space. And that's why this album feels like it's all space. Anyway, I love the use of the echoing vocals on this, and I was not expecting that like progression into like produced vocals with the the organ. There it is, blue, blue, blue.
And who knows which is which, and who is who.
And then the saxophone echoes. They're so smart.
Up, and down, and in the end, it's only round and round, round and round, 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 round.
loved the use of those backing vocals there. I love the crescendos in this song. I love the build. It's just a constant build up and drop down, backing these beautiful lyrics, man. I just needed to touch on it. And the use of the saxophone. Let me know who's on the sax. Crazy.
It can't be helped, but there's a lot of it about. Without, and who'll deny it's what the fighting's all about? Out of the way, it's a busy day. I've got things on my mind. Out of the price of tea in the slice, the old man died.
Us and Them. Bro, that in the context of this album, that was the perfect song for this album. Right where it's placed, what was needed with all of the elements from everything put together. I am so surprised that there weren't more requests for that song. Us and Them, that song is beautiful, man. Wow. Wow, I love that song. Wow, okay. All right, next we got Any Color You Like. Oh, there's no lyrics. Okay. Okay. I have something I gotta say about Any Color You Like. At first, I did not think I was gonna like this off the rip. Like I said, I don't think I would go back to that song On the Run. Not that it wasn't, great or anything, but it's not my cup of tea. And I can appreciate again the use of the sounds and the soundscape that they created, but I wouldn't go back to it. This one I thought was going to be the same because they started out with a unique synthesizer, and it was starting to kind of sound like On the Run again, not in a bad way, but just it was going to be an instrumental. There's no lyrics, so I knew I had a perception of what we're getting into. But anyway, that was all blown out the water. Once that guitar came in with probably at about a minute, blew my mind. I love that. That was beautiful. That was one of my favorite instrumental tracks. I'm not a huge instrumental track guy. I'm an honest man, but that was beautiful. I enjoyed that one. I would revisit Any Color You Would Like, for so many reasons. It was just beautiful. The instrumental they did was gorgeous. Really like that song. And I just being honest, I didn't like one of the other instrumentals on the track, right? I did not love On the Run, but I loved that one. So they found a way, man. All right. Next we got Brain Damage.
The lunatic is on the grass.
Oh, yeah.
The lunatic is on the grass.
I like that guitar, man.
Remembering games and daisy chains and laughs. Got to keep the loonies on the path. The lunatic is in the hall. The lunatics are in my hall. The paper holds their folded faces to the floor. And every day the paper boy brings more. And if the dam breaks open many years too soon, and if there is no room upon the hill, and if your head explodes with dark forebodings too, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. The lunatic is in my head.
I love the use of this guitar. This guitar riff is absolutely gorgeous. This underlying guitar riff is phenomenal. I had no idea if we were actually going to get a Dark Side of the Moon mention, and it was actually perfect. I also love that crescendo there. So beautiful. That, oh my God, so good.
Lunatic is in my head. You raise the blade, you make the change, you rearrange me till I'm sane. You lock the door and throw away the key. There's someone in my head, but it's not me. And if the cloud bursts, thunder in your ear, you shout and no one seems to hear. And if the band you're in starts playing different tunes, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Okay. First of all, transition after transition after transition is absolutely phenomenal. Brain Damage, I really enjoyed that song. That one will be added to my playlist, bro. That was beautiful. When this whole album's over, I'll go through, I'll tell you what I'll add to my playlist just off the first listen. But we got Eclipse next, and I love that transition. So beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed that last track. Just the sound of that guitar with the vocals, with I think it's Roger Waters on the vocals there, sounded so beautiful. And we got Eclipse.
All that you touch and all that you see, all that you taste, all you feel, and all that you love, and all that you hate, all you distrust, all you save, and all that you give, and all that you deal, and all that you buy, big borrow or steal, and all you create, and all you destroy, and all that you do, and all that you say, and all that you eat, and everyone you meet, and all that you slight, and everyone you fight, and all that is now, and all that is gone, and all that's to come, and everything under the sun is in June, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon.
There's that heartbeat again.
There is no dark side in the moon, really. Matter of fact, it's all dark.
Matter of fact, it's all dark. Okay. Wow. All right. That was the end of the album, y'all. We got Eclipse was the end. That was such a beautiful end. Honestly, they didn't even need to make Brain Damage and Eclipse two different songs. They were so beautifully put together, and the transition was so flawless that you wouldn't even be able to tell me. Unless I was staring at this screen, I wouldn't even know. But honestly, that's how the entire album is. That is what's so beautiful about this album is that if you were to just throw this on without a screen in front of you, it sounds like one continuous song, and it is so absolutely gorgeous. I will show you right now what songs I would. Wow, these got wow. You see these view numbers? My God. Okay, well there you go. That tells us how damn good this album is. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna show you the songs that I would add off the first listen, and I'll tell you how I feel, where I rank this album. Okay, I loved the ending of those. Breathe in the Air will add to the playlist. Time, obviously, I think I have a different version of that added already. Great Gig in the Sky. The second time I heard this right here, the playthrough we just did, I enjoyed it way more because of how beautiful that piano is. Money, banger. Don't know how I hadn't heard that one. I wish I had done a reaction to that one. Then Us versus Them, banger. Color Damage. Here we go. Or color damage. My fault. Any color you like. This is an instrumental. I am gonna have to re-listen to this one, but I loved the guitar on this one. I like Any Color You Like. This had less views than On the Run, and I enjoyed this one way more. Brain Damage, beautiful song. And Eclipse, these two are like one and the same, so I guess there we go. Obviously, this is just the intro, right? So honestly, outside of the two instrumentals and the intro, which was pretty much an instrumental, that was a gorgeous album. 1973 we have, huh? Wow. All right. Well, there you have it, man. Y'all experienced it with me. We sat down, we listened to this album. Now, where does this rank in my Pink Floyd albums? Now, I haven't heard them all. I've only heard, I think, like 2 songs off Brick in the Wall. I think that's the name of that album. But I've heard Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2, I think. And I've heard Hey You. Those are the only 2 songs I've heard off that album. So if you want me to check something else off of that album, let me know, okay? That album is super long, so I need some direction. But we have fully reviewed Animals. We have fully reviewed Dark Side of the Moon, and we have fully reviewed Wish You Were Here. Now, off of first listens, right? I think there's a tie between my number 2. I think in my tiers of what I've heard, Dark Side of the Moon and Animals are right next to each other. They're like right here. They are both A tier albums, right? A. I would give them out of S, A, B, C. They're A. They're A pluses, right? They're 9 out of 10s. Okay, we'll give you that. 9 out of 10s. But the Wish You Were Here album, that is still my favorite Pink Floyd album. That album has no skips, no misses. Absolutely gorgeous. I have reactions to every song on that album up on the channel, and I have reactions to all of the Animals. So if you're new here and you enjoyed this, go check out the Pink Floyd playlist, all right? And drop a like if you enjoyed this, and hit that sub button. It means the world to me, and it lets me know you want more Pink Floyd. Again, I've only heard those 2 songs off of Another Brick in the Wall album. So just give me some directionality if you want to hear more of those, all right? I have no idea what to check out on that album. But with all that being said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you for sitting down and enjoying an hour. Thank you for giving me an hour of your time. And I really hope you enjoyed this, man. I know y'all wanted this, so I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you on the next video, all right? Peace and love.